I like her strength and honesty and her determination to survive. That touched me and then inspired me very much. That's why I appealed myself. I like to play this role.
It's based on Korea, so yeah, I agree that Sunja represents all the women in Korea, but in my opinion, she is not only the represent of Korean women, but like women all around the world.
Very privileged. The book is incredible. And through this, I feel like I was able to tell a story that is both specific and universal. Absolutely. I mean, this is a show very much celebrates women's strength, mothers, grandmothers. One thing I always said is, why can't we have more TV shows and movies where women don't have to be superheroes, but are given that same scale, right? Why can't a mother's love feel like a superhero power? And that was sort of the goal with this show. Well, this show is meant to be ongoing. It's not a mini-series, it's not a limited series, so it's meant to be ongoing.
En tu caso, Minja, hay diversas escenas emocionales que tuviste que filmar para Pachinko. ¿Qué fue lo más retador para ti?
Well, for Sunja, for most of her scenes were very intense and very emotional, but I remember that those kind of emotional scenes were not that challenging, but the one I felt very difficult was for the very first day that I had to be the mother of Noah, because I've never been mother before. So I had to, figure out how to change the attitude and, the whole things compared to like the 7 years ago. So yeah, that was the challenging part that I had on set.
Jinja, tú das vida a Solomon, el nieto de Sunja, y Ana, tú interpretas a Naomi, su compañera de trabajo en Japón. ¿Cómo describirían la dinámica entre estos dos personajes?
Solomon comes to Tokyo to ostensibly close a deal that Naomi and her coworkers have been working on for years. Solomon comes in as a star financier from New York City's office of Shifley's, and from that competition, and I think also in the ways that we connect in our experiences, growing up in working in Japanese offices and growing up in Japanese society as a Zainichi Korean American Japanese, and then as a Japanese woman in corporate Japan. That connects us, I think, but at the same time, there's a lot of tension between us because we do feel like there's a competition.
Add to that, I think Naomi sees him as someone who's going through similar things in different ways, because he's also unable to fit in, but she's treated as though she's not even... he's more important than she is, but she's been working at the office for so long. So I think, she's envious of him in a way, and that's something that kind of makes her put up her wall, but also she starts to see him in his different ways. And I think that's very intriguing to her, because he's unlike all of the other guys at the office.
Yuh-jung, tú como actriz con una larga trayectoria y después de haber ganado un Oscar, ¿consideras que las series y películas surcoreanas se están expandiendo cada vez más a nivel mundial con producciones tan increíbles como por ejemplo Pachinko?
People probably didn't know our history, that part of the history. So sharing story together is, I think, we can understand each other. So I hope we can have more chance to expose our history or our story. But actually, Korean loves drama, Korean people. And we already have very nice drama and very nice movie. So, but all of a sudden, after Bong Joon-ho got the award, and then it kept having an award for Squid Game and everything. So, well, it's nice to be recognized by your work. So it's nice.